What's up my dudes, it's Ansu. Today I'm here to do a new kind of a video. I got most of these questions from Sam at Thoughts on Tones. I thought it was a fun idea, so I thought I would do it. Now the way that Never Have I Ever works is every single time you say never have I ever, whatever sentence is, and if you have actually done it, you take a shot. I rarely ever drink, so I'm just gonna adjust with some water. So I have it right over here, so I thought I'll just get right into the questions. Okay, let's get into it. Never have I ever thrown a book across a room. I don't think I've ever thrown a book across the room. We're off to a great start. No, I don't think I've ever thrown a book, like physically just thrown it away. I have thrown it on the bed or something, like I'm done with it. Like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? And I would maybe throw it on the bed, but never like across the room and, you know, have it like dramatically crash on the wall or something. Like, no, I've never done that. I don't know if people actually do that. I've never even done that when I'm frustrated with studying or something, like flip your papers over. Like, no, I don't do that. Never have I ever pretended to like a book that I really didn't. I've never done this either. Like, if I don't like a book, and even if it's popular, I will let you know that. One of these books was Anna and the French Kiss. I had talked about this on one of my reading vlogs that was pretty recent. I hated that book a lot. I thought it was just a disgrace. And I was very vocal about it. I gave it like a 1 star. So I don't have any issues. If I don't like a book, I will tell you as it is. What I'm trying to say is that I will honestly tell you what I feel about a book. It could be either in the writing style or how I felt about the book personally. Like, I would be very vocal about it. Never have I ever posted something that I will regret later. Like 80 videos. If you didn't know, I started filming when I was 19. That was about 3 years ago at this point, and when I started, I could not do any kind of public speaking. I was terrible at it, and I was so self-conscious in front of a camera. Like, I did not know how to speak, and I feel like I should do like a reacting video. I think that would be fun, like later on. But I was so awkward in front of a camera. I didn't think that I looked good, and my makeup was not the greatest. It was just bad, man. Oh, my hair was not good. My eyebrows, Jesus, my eyebrows. Oh man. You didn't know I actually wear Invisalign now. My teeth was a lot more crooked, and I was very self-conscious about that. And at the angle that I was sitting, it looked even more crooked, and I was like, oh my god, it was so bad. And yeah, the way that I talked, the way that I edited, I hated everything about those videos. That I made like 80 videos in the last couple of years, and I privated every single one of them because I was like, I'm done, I can't, no. So yeah, a lot, and I need to drink. Yeah. Never have I ever read a book to realize I've read this before. I don't actually remember the name of the book, but it has happened in the past. So, little drink ahead. I remember there was this particular scene in this book where the main character's sister was trying to separate her eyelashes with a safety pin after wearing like mascara. So she was using a safety pin. I remember internally like cringing, like, oh my god, that was terrible. I remember that scene really vividly, right? And after a couple of years or so, I reread the book without realizing it, and I thought I never read it. When I read the synopsis, I just could not remember the story. So I was like, okay, I've never read it, let's give it a shot. I read the book and I got to way more than like the middle of the book, and I was just like, oh. I remember that scene. Like, okay, I've read this book, totally. But I was almost done with the book anyway, so I was just like, I'll just finish it, it's whatever, so I can continue on with the series. And I did end up reading it completely. It was a contemporary too, so yes, I have. This is before I was on Goodreads, so please don't judge me. Wow, it got so bright suddenly. God, I look white. Never have I ever said I would never read a book and ended up reading it. This one was actually when Dimple met Richie. I've talked about this. I have always thought that I would never read it, and I was so hyped on BookTube, so I was just like, yeah, never gonna read it. Nuh-uh. I knew this was like a Bollywood-ish story, and I was like, I'm not gonna like it. I just know that I'm not gonna like it, and I never wanted to read it, never thought I would. Guess who read it? I actually read it this year, so yeah. Never have I ever gotten food on my book, as I eat and read at the same time. I don't usually eat and read at the same time. As much as possible, I try to avoid it. I would snack very occasionally, but it's not enough to like stain my books. I have got my books wet. Like, I would take my books to school or something, and my water bottle will somehow spill, and it would end up destroying my entire book. Not destroying it, like it would dry and be fine almost, but it's not like perfect. I don't know if that counts. I'm assuming that counts, so let's just. Never have I ever screamed at a book while I was reading. sort of. I've never really screamed at a book, like screamed. I have squealed at a book. Like whenever something really cute happens, I make a very inhumane noise. And it's probably not the best if I do it outside in front of people, but I have done that. There's scenes when if people are being sassy, I'm like, oh, okay. Stuff like that. Like I've had audible reactions, but I've never screamed at a book. So I don't think that counts, does it? I don't know. Never have I ever bought a second version of a book to have matching covers. I have some of the Harry Potter books here. A majority of them are not part of the same set. As you can see clearly, like, what the fuck. Because of that, I did end up getting the entire Harry Potter set. That's my only, like, second copy of a book because I wanted to have matching covers. So yes, I have. I'm gonna be so hydrated by the end of this. Like, I need to get more water when I'm filming. Never have I ever eaten a specific food because I've craved it after reading about it. I didn't really see much of food mentions in books for some reason, or like it doesn't register that much. The only like books that really stuck out for me were With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo and the To All the Boys I Loved Before. So I would technically say no, like never actually went ahead and bought and eaten it, or like actually made it and eaten it, so no. Never have I ever bored in a scene, skipped a few pages, and skimmed for the next 100 pages. That's a very specific question, isn't it? I don't usually skip a lot of pages. I skim, yes I do. Like if I get really freaking bored, I will quickly skim through, like I'm done. Like this is the most boring thing. And I would skim maybe a few pages, but not like skip and skim 100 pages. That's too much in my opinion. I don't think I would actually get the entire story, and there's no point after that, so no, I've never done that. But have I ever read a last page of the book first? No, I don't think so. Like that's completely spoiling the entire book for you. You know exactly how it ends, and I'm just like, what is the point? I don't think that's fun. Like I would never do that. Never have I ever dog-eared a book or returned a library book late. I've never returned a library book late. I was always like, at least on the day of, I would return it. With dog-earing books, I think I have. I want to say I have. For textbooks, 100%. I have totally dog-eared books. With like my novels, I feel like I've done it for a couple, maybe one or two. I don't really remember, to be completely honest, but that was when I was much younger. Now I really just use bookmarks and stuff, so not anymore, but I used to do that. I have done that, I think, so yeah. Never have I ever bought a book just for the cover and never intended to read it. I've never bought a book just for its cover and never wanted to read it. Like I would look at the cover. I've definitely had cover buys on my shelf. Like I would see the cover and I'm like, oh, that's fantastic, it's beautiful. And then I'll read the synopsis. If it intrigues me, I'll get it. If I don't have any kind of connection with what the book is about, I would not get it just based on the cover and that's it. Like I wouldn't do that. I feel like that would be a waste of money for myself. So no, I've never done that. Never have I ever defaced a book. And this was a few years back and I just really wanted to try it. And this is my Akatar book. I tried to do some defacing to it. It doesn't look great. It really doesn't. I wanted to write like full quotes on here, but I just started something with the glad. I don't remember what the quote was, so I didn't end up finishing it. Nothing else for this particular book. I did something for Six of Crows as well. There is this crow indentation in here. I colored it in silver. I couldn't really do much with the Six of Crows book because it's fucking beautiful and I didn't want to destroy it. Never have I ever unfollowed a bookstagrammer or booktuber because they gave a bad rating for a book I loved. I've never done that. If I unfollow a bookstagrammer or a booktuber, it's because I don't like their content in general, not because they didn't like a specific book that I liked. I have two accounts, and one is my personal account, one is my Bookstagram account. With my Bookstagram account, I just follow basically all the bookstagrammers I can to support them. Same thing with my booktube channel. Never have I ever torn a page out of a book. I think I did this for one of my journals. I took it from a book that I didn't really want to keep. I'm definitely going to do a little more for my journal in the future because I really want to. And it's a book that I completely hate, which you probably already know by now. Never have I ever skipped a chapter to read a perspective that I enjoy. I don't skip a perspective even if I don't enjoy it because they could potentially get interesting or they could have a huge plot line in it. And I don't want to like completely skip it and not know what was going on because of it. So I don't really do that at all. Never have I given a book to a friend and regretted it. We have a story kind of coming right now. If you didn't know, I stopped giving books to friends. First of all, not a lot of my friends read, so that's one of the reasons. But one of the main reasons I stopped was because when I was really young, I was probably like 13 or younger, I don't really remember. I didn't read that much, and the things that I read were like comic books, like Archie comics. But this one was a particular Indian version kind of a comic. I lent this book to my friend. And it had been a while since I gave it to her, and I was like, yo, do you still have the book? Can I have it back? Because I did have a huge collection of these comics, and I wanted to get it back. So she was like, yeah, I'll get it to you tomorrow. I just finished reading it. I'm like, okay, great, cool. She got it to me the next day, and she was like trying to slip it into my bag. I'll put it in your bag. And I was just like, no, it's okay. I'll take it. It's fine. I was about to leave too, so I was like, I'll take it. It's fine. Like, you don't have to waste anyone's time. I'll grab it and go. She gives it to me. Poor book. Let us rest in peace now. It had curry stains on it. And I was staring at it like, what the fuck just happened? Like, what? Like, I wouldn't even be mad if she said, like, hey, by the way, I kind of dropped something on it. My bad. I totally ruined it. It's my fault. I'm so sorry for it. She didn't even fess up to it. She tried to slip past it, and I was just like, dude, what the fuck? Yeah, so that happened. I was very much not thrilled that day, and since then I've rarely ever given books to anybody because I didn't trust them with anything. Don't give your books to anyone, man. They will ruin it. Those were all the questions that I wanted to do today. If you want to do this little questionnaire tag thingy, it's not really a tag, but like if you want to do it, go right ahead. That was everything that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I hope you enjoyed this little video. See you guys next time with another video, and until then, I'll talk to you guys in the comments. Bye!